This is CBS 11 News This Morning.
Because of the earthquake, airports in Japan were shut down and flights were diverted. 3 landed in Anchorage airport officials tell us the morning that scheduled flights in and out of Anchorage are running on time. All night and this morning, the State Emergency Coordination Center has been working closely with the Alaska Tsunami Warning Center to track the wave and contact Alaska communities in the advisory warning areas. From the SECC, we're joined now by John Madden, the Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management for the state. Good morning, John. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for being here. Can you tell us more about the parts of the state still under warnings?
Well, the wave has passed through all the states that were under the tsunami warning. It's still going through the parts where it's a tsunami advisory, which is a lower risk, still identifiable as a wave, and that should clear the state within the next hour.
Well, we know kind of some of the areas expected. What are you guys are doing right now to protect those areas, to kind of warn those communities?
As we've been doing since about 8 hours ago, we've been contacting every community that's in the warning and the advisory area, making sure that they know the risk, know that the hazard has come in, and that they have invoked their evacuation plans if that's what the best thing for their community. And we'll continue to be doing that until the wave clears all of the Alaskan waters.
I know there's some initial waves and then there's the second wave of waves. What are you doing to make sure, like you said, to keep those communities, and it's throughout our state, it's everything from the Aleutians all the way up to like Nome and Unalakleet.
The state is a member of a very wide network of monitoring stations, and even as it crosses the deep water, it's registered on buoys, so we know the timing and the phasing of those waves. And as they approach the land, then it's the tide gauges that say how much it's rising and falling. And from that, we can say what it's going to be in the next community and the next. So we're staying right with it through until all of the waves have dissipated.
Last question for you. We kind of talked about this before the show. You said you guys are actually having, Tsunami Awareness Month week. You said you're going to actually do like actual warnings, actual, kind of a test run here, but this is actually a real deal. What are you going to be able to learn from Japan and how we can help Alaska if this actually happens here?
Every year we have a Tsunami Awareness Week, roughly around the anniversary of the '64 earthquake. And in that one, we emphasize the need for plan, need for local communities to organize, and to test the emergency alert system. Well, we did that emergency alert system today, and it worked very well. And we will be studying Japan and how it manages this disaster, how it works through restoring the communications, restoring the transportation, how it deals with debris, how does it deal with a medical surge and mass casualties. There are many lessons to learn even from this tragedy.
One last question, I'm sorry about that, but what can you tell people to be prepared? I know people are telling them to go to higher land or higher areas. What are you advising people when the areas that are still warned?
There are 2 types of risks from tsunami in Alaska. One is the near shore, where the earthquake originates in Alaskan waters. And when that happens, there's very little time for the warning systems to come on. So if you're in a tsunami-prone area and you feel the earth shake, move to higher ground. Don't wait for the warning. The second type is what we experienced today, an earthquake far distant, so we cannot feel it. And for that, that's why we have the alert system, and we use as a backup direct telephone communications with every one of the communities to make sure that the community leadership has this. As with any tsunami event, once the warning is sound, move to higher ground immediately. And remember that the first wave, it may not be the biggest, and it may not be the last. So wait a considerable time until it is all calm.
Very good information. Thank you very much, Mr. Madden. That's John Madden with the Homeland Security in Alaska. Well, the U.S. Coast Guard